Hi, this is Asker from Thailand Deco. Today's video is all about how you can become much more successful. Yesterday I saw an interesting YouTube video where a very successful entrepreneur said, you get 1 point for the idea, you get 10 points for planning it, and you get 100 points for doing it. And I think that was a really powerful point he came with, because often we can get caught up in reading, in studying, and knowing the material on an academic, intellectual level, but if we're not practicing it, we don't really become good at it. So that's why it's so extremely important that we practice and not only study the best people. For instance, when I knew that I wanted to be a public speaker, I started going to a club called Toastmasters. And in this club, you can get to speak in front of a live audience for about 5 to 7 minutes. And just being on stage for those 5 to 7 minutes, that gave me so much more than reading a book on public speaking that maybe would take me 3 to 4 hours. But in that little short period, I would actually learn a lot more. Of course, it was still valuable to read the material and learn things on an intellectual level. So my point is really, study the best people in the world, but make sure that you set a lot of time aside to practice. So for instance, if you watch a YouTube video on public speaking, and let's say it's 5 minutes, you should be spending at least an hour practicing those tips that you're gonna get. And it's the same in other areas of life. Let's say you want to be a great writer. Obviously, I think you should study the best writers in the world, read their material, find out how they became so good, and learn the techniques and skills. But write a lot. Write every single day. Set time aside. I see this so often that we get caught up reading and studying because that makes us stay in our comfort zone. So go out there, write a lot. It's the same in the sports world. If you want to be a great football player, obviously you're not going to be great if you are only watching football. You know that. That makes total sense to you. Go out there and practice football, but obviously also do study the best people. What are they doing? Learn a few tricks, practice them. So my thumb of rule when I have clients and I'm working with them and I want to make them better, that is, I say to them, spend about 10% of the time studying the most successful people in that particular area you want to be better at, and spend the 90% practicing. So that was today's little tip on how to be way more successful. Leave a comment if you have ever been caught up in what I call the information trap and don't get enough practice. And also leave a thought if this was useful. And yeah, I'll see you for some other videos soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.